Muhammad Ali III. Allah just born Allah. Allah just born. Or not our God Supreme, but another God Supreme who wrote 120 lessons. This is where people get this our life from. They get it from these. So who else is supposed to do that? Take on our responsibility to make sure they get this right as that. Please, when I say this, please don't take this the wrong way. The true history of Allah, this 5% is known as the Bible when it comes to institutions now, because we implement it. This is the book that you're supposed to go with. All week, almost 6-7 days a week, I'm answering phones from different states. An institution. Just yesterday, got a call from the chaplain in Bear Hill. Can we please get an updated catalog? The brothers need some, material, reading material, something that they can use in their classes. If you heard last month, just got the guards in Texas Department of Correction, in Coalfield. Also last month, the guards released Lawrenceville Correction Facility. Our newsletter will be out next week. You see the guards inside of the interior site, guards coming in from the outside and the inside, building with the guards. Why is that important too? We even got guards in now writing children's books. If you ever see our table, the two books, The Powerless Pinky, which is wrote by Lord Sirius in Victory of Law, and The Youth of the Future is written by Poetic Life. God is writing books. Because they know what they went through, they want to make sure our youth and seeds don't go through. So that's why we must teach them. That's why we must go in there and make sure they get it right with that. We created an addendum to go with our 14-class curriculum. The first curriculum was the Nation of God's Earth Culture, which consisted of NGE culture, our custom studies, the study of the mind and intellect, the study of the body and dietary laws, and traditions. And the material that we'll be using for that is the true history of all these 5%, how to live and put health. Please, there's other books that we can use. If anybody who knows the record 4750, and you decide the time, I need to bring any other books or these other books going into teach these classes. I'm trying to make sure you get it in advance for us to be able to go in and teach some books.
Well, the English Farm Act, that's a great book that I have.
The second class curriculum is the history of law. The second curriculum is the history of law. Of course, the history of law is 5%. The evil of destruction, we even use the mayors and the FBI when it comes to educating who and what the law was, what they was. The next curriculum will be our supreme mathematics, supreme alphabetics, and universal flag. Of course, the true history of the law is 5%. The message to the black man, and the breakdown of the universal flag by Universal Shamrock. The student enrollment, which is another curriculum class. We're going to be using 120 degrees and message to the black man. Message to the black man, for the majority of the lessons that we teach, we'll say N-120. When it comes to, we'll say the truth, we're going to use the 120. But when it comes to the 136, we're going to use the came before Columbus. And everything dealing with the transatlantic slave trade. These are all books that you can find from the Office of Culture Management, Cultural License. National facts and solar facts. Geology, astrology, geography, high school level books to teach you those areas when it comes to the actual facts and solar facts. Class curriculum 10 through 14 is going to be about life skills. About not coming back. Making sure everybody got the proper documents in their weeks. Birth certificate, Social Security card, and a employability profile. A lot of people that's in New York State don't know that you want the employability profile that's going to speak about the vocational trade that you took, and only have to take to the Department of Labor office, automatic upload is to be able to use the skills that you learned from radio, TV, HVAC, investors, know what I'm saying? All that stuff, why I use this stereotype of the foundry, or whatever you can use that when you came to the free site. Resume writing. Mark entry. The first 60 days of integration, I always speak about this, because this is support. 2.6 million people locked up in the United States of North, so-called America. 600,000 get released every year. Within 90 days, 72% of them being arrested. Within 3 to 5 years, 75% of them have been convicted of a new felony. A lot of people need to hear it. And then, you set up the fail so you come out there because they will give you everything that you need to be able to survive. Finding employment. In 2015, Mayor de Blasio, when he was in office, came out with the Fair Chance Act, where a company is not supposed to ask you about your criminal background until you hire them. Until you're hired. They're not supposed to run a program, background check, until you are hired. You need to know how to address that, combat that. What a lot of institutions, a lot of companies is doing now, businesses is doing now, they are hiring outside companies from outside New York State to do background checks. They call it credit reports. And the credit reports is revealing your institutional record. That you bet the criminal record. What the New York State government, the United States government gives men that's released, a lot of people don't know about, is work opportunity tax credit. Supposed to be given to them upon release. If they take this to a company, the man says, why are you not? I can give you a incentive by you to hire you. You get tax credit for employing you. And any training that you give me, the government will pay for it. Google Career Certificates. Now that the Office of Cultural Management has become a partner with Google, we can now start teaching this in the children's site. I have a guard that's in the work release in South Carolina, now taking this course. Understanding your credit. A lot of people don't even know what transfusion Equifax prep report is. They don't know how powerful it is if you have a credit score under 670. How bad it can hurt you. They need to be taught what this is about. They want to go to the bank and get loans. They want to go get an apartment with them, stuff like that. They want to do background checks. You have to understand what your credit report is saying. Some of you don't even know. Some of your credit, your Social Security number stuff is being used for things you don't even know about. You get challenged on that if you've been incarcerated. It's getting out and staying out. If you're applying this and you live in supreme mathematics, it's easy. It's easy. All it takes is the first 2 degrees for you to understand. And everything else is moved on. I was a good lit professor. I can talk, you can hear me. I was a good lit professor. But it wasn't until I started living this out that I started getting it right exactly. Now I can speak to government officials and other public officials when it comes to what we're doing and what we institute. The Cultural Management Google Scholarship Program is for anybody 18 and over. Free scholarships, free courses, cybersecurity, IT support, data analytics, project management, digital marketing, e-commerce, and UX design. It's free. Google. Sorry, they don't have to be a part of the selection. No. $42,000 median entry-level salary in data analytics. $59,000 median entry-level salary in digital marketing and e-commerce. $57,000 median entry-level salary in IT support. $77,000 median entry-level salary in project management, and $112,000 median entry-level in UX design. I don't know what field you're in. You might want to take this because you might want to get a promotion somewhere down the line. Whatever company you at. Let me tell you some numbers. We've been operational since March 19th. And today's the Wisdom Building in April. We already have 94 people invited, 61 joined, 49 already enrolled. And that's our private people, that private people. You know what I'm saying? Enrolled probably within the last 24, 48 hours.
What's the leading hour requirements?
Huh?
What's the leading hour requirements?
This is the at your own pace. If you want to get up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to do a half an hour, you can do it. I said this last fall. During the pandemic, I sat in the law school Mecca at 2122 and got my whole Ocean 40. We have a computer now. We have public libraries. They just ask you to do 5 to 10 hours a week. And they tell you during the orientation video that there's a reason why you can't meet the deadline to complete a module. Let us know, and if you want to count it, you can extend it. I got guards, Earth, and black women and men putting the hours in there. So for law school of Mecca not being a, what do you call it? An institution. This is what we doing at law school of Mecca. Law told us education and the trade. We became partners with one of the biggest technology companies in the planet. This is what we're doing. So, for those that's 250 miles away up north, 26 miles away up north, 600, 700 miles down 95, or you're out west, you need to be here on the ground to actually see what's being done. Or you need to be on our calls to know what's being done. When I tell you live this out 365 days, I don't get no breaks. I happen to have a justice cycle board that allows me to be able to take care of nation business while I'm working. I'm grateful for that. And I get a lot done doing it. Now, it's all about us coming together. Born Justice has said it many times. Anybody that has a program or whatever, bring it. You have to come prepared. If you come here asking that you need $15,000 to start your program or $5,000 to start your program, you're not prepared. Again, the money that comes from the vendors is supposed to be for the maintenance of the law school. So whatever program stuff that we want to do, it has to come out of our pocket. The Office of Cultural Management, we didn't ask money from nobody in this nation. We came out of our pocket to make things happen. Now, I'm working with the state of Georgia, and even though Michigan was already about to be recognized, the guard had an issue, and we filed some paperwork wrong, but now Michigan is about to come in. And now the thing is now, being that the Department of Corrections, who was approved by Dr. Mail, and our curriculum was approved by Dr. Mail, and I received it, and now being sent to Deputy Commissioner Albany for it to be approved. So now that means there's 54 facilities like that, we got attention with. To make sure our brothers and sisters is getting it right in his act, and they can come home, be successful, and get back to their family. And teach their children where they make their mistakes. Yes.
Say
that again? Yes. Anybody that signs up, you will get an invitation through your email saying that you've been invited by the Cultural Management Scholarship Program. Once you open that up, click it, you know what I'm saying? It's going to say, we'll give you 6 courses, you choose the course. Anybody have any questions concerning these Google scholarships? You can see the Office of Cultural Management, Financial Strategist, which is Keisha Earth, myself, Elijah Justice, God Lashaw, who's our program coordinator, Devon Prince, our secretary, Universal Shaquem, Merciful, or Lord Jamel. Any questions? I'm going to be in the mess. I know.
Just a little bit on today's mathematics. Mathematics is the bill. We'll go on to knowledge cipher. We'll be on to knowledge with large the Father. What it means to be, we make our wisdom bill. We add knowledge onto the cipher. We sing our Father. We come together as one cipher. We sing along. That's what the Father taught us. We've been hearing that there's, we haven't given enough feedback as to what's happening with our great projects that we have coming up. The gods have come together to build a new, first to stabilize the existing of our school building. That's first. And the second one is to develop that site. It's something great. The Father left it for us. We're qualified now as God's sons and daughters. What are we going to leave behind? And we've been putting together those who have knowledge in the field, and we've been putting together a great plan. And so what I wanted to do today, because a lot of times we get up and build, we want to tear each other down, we want to say what we're not doing, but what I want to do today is celebrate how all the gods have come together over time. And we're making great strides. And sometimes we need to go back and look at it, over the history of it, to really see what we've accomplished. I put up a screenshot. This is our overall project schedule. It's called a Gantt chart. It's just a list of tasks that you have to do, but I just want to read off some of that. This overall initiative got re-energized back in March 2022 when Board King was calling some of the Zoom meetings. And the Guards were Office of Cultural Management. They had an initiative to bring to build a prefab building on the site. So during those meetings, Board King put out the call that we need to stabilize our school. We all agreed with him. We didn't know the status of the structure. If a wall fell down, if something happened, we would lose the site. So initially, I called on one of my resources, a structural engineer, Rick Satola, from Lyra Associates. He did a walkthrough of the school. And he found the most precarious part of the school, which was one leaning wall at the very rear. The guards, on Black, on Justice, they put out the call immediately because they've been using the nation's maintenance account, the money generated from the vendors. Immediately, all the contractor pulled down that part of the wall, refixed it back up. I should have put a picture up there of that. But that was done immediately. So first, I want to celebrate those guards, one Justice, one Black, those who maintain the school. The next thing that happened was the Core 5, a group of us got together. We had a meeting at the Deputy Mayor's office. We met with the Deputy Mayor of Economic and Workforce Development, Maria Flores Springer, and we had the chance just to tell them about the site that we have, that the city has bequeathed this site to us, the Guards and Earps, for the last 26 years, and that we have a plan to develop the site. If we presented that plan to the city, would they be receptive? They said yes, they would be site be receptive for our plan to develop that site, so long as it meets the needs of the community. So that was another great victory for the city, and we got buy-in to a plan that we were then we retained the structural engineering firm, B. Simone, to do a detailed structural assessment of the overall building. And they gave a very detailed report, and they showed us everything that needed to be done. We started reaching out to some contractors, maybe a little prematurely, because we needed all of them to bid on the same scope of work. So we're taking the document from B. Simone, which shows the work that needs to be done. We took the 3 proposals we got, we marked every one of them up to make sure they're bidding on the same scope of work, apples to apples, and we sent that back to them this past week. So right now we're on the verge of retaining one of those structural engineers. One of them came in at about $10,000, the other one $17,000. D. Simone was at a very high price, you know, so we wouldn't work with them. But I made a commitment to the nation that I'm going to finance the hiring of a structural engineer to obtain structural drawings for the school, that we can file with the Department of Buildings, use it to retain a contractor to fix the structural work that needs to be done in the school.
Doesn't mean the best quality. So I know 2117 is a big difference, but maybe the 10 said something wrong.
And that's what he's making comments, making sure the whole bid is the same thing. And we did check their references. It's one of the brothers, his name is Michael Wolcott. He's not associated with us. He wants to do the right thing and work with us. So we will be transparent and show you the companies of who we're going to retain to do the work. So the Young Guards have developed a lot of material. I don't have the last enough to show the fundraising drive. What we've done is that you know that there's a group that meets every Saturday morning, and what we did was we started the core of the committee, put our own money in, and we wanted to come to the nation, have all of us put our money in before we reach out to that next wide group of people and ask you all to join us as the core of the committee. We got to put the initial money in to get things started before we go out to larger bit of funders to fund this project. But this is something we can do. The Young Guards are leader. We have to, I'm going to let Bilal step up and so you can let you know where we are with the capital campaign. But to God knows. And everyone who's contributed. I see some of the audience who have contributed. We love you all. Peace.
Hey! My name is Bilal. I'm from Medina. However, I was born and raised in Long Island. However, I got the knowledge of Medina when I was in high school, and I lived back in Long Island again. As you know, I'm a principal, so when it comes to all the education efforts, that's what I need. However, if you ever hear me building about finance or construction or development, it's just to illustrate the work that we're doing as a collective. And I'm always going to talk about what I learned from those who have the expertise. I'm not leading that effort. I'm just a consulate to give the message. Today's mathematics is wisdom to build. We know it's wisdom build to destroy. I like to focus on the building and adding on. It's enough destruction that we all know about. So I like to focus on what we are adding on to it. So, last Parliament, you heard us build about a capital campaign, 20K in 30 days. We're here to give you an update on what that amount is in real time. But before I share that, I'm going to open up with the first paragraph of the campaign letter, because that captures the whole project